So where were you when JFK was killed? It is a question asked time and time again by those who were alive at the time, 50 years ago now. As the nation marks a half-century since the young president's murder and the sudden demise of what was known as Camelot, America looks back on a day that changed the nation and the world. Ebru's Kyle Schmoyer joins us live now from the nation's capital with the very latest. Kyle.
Well, Logan, I will tell you, hundreds of thousands of people will come to Arlington National Cemetery behind me there to pay tribute to that fallen president 50 years ago. Among them already today, two presidents, one former, one sitting right now. What started out as a bright, beautiful day in 1963 for a presidential visit to Dallas ended as one of the darkest days in American history.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
The charismatic 35th President of the United States assassinated in broad daylight, his worldly, charming wife right at his side.
It was a very depressing time in American history.
This week marks the 50th anniversary of John F. Kennedy's untimely death. Two presidential families who have benefited from and lived JFK's legacy of service joined each other in laying a wreath at Kennedy's grave at Arlington National Cemetery. President and Mrs. Obama, along with President Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, greeted Kennedy family and friends at a small memorial. This, as the eternal flame continues to burn, now for 5 decades. And for many Americans, they remember that time so long ago, as if it happened yesterday.
I was home, and I was expecting my son, and I cried very much, you know. Hit me bad.
I was a junior in high school. I was in a journalism class, and it was amazing how quickly we all broke into tears because he was somewhat of a hero to us all.
Now, the date of the anniversary itself, this Friday, November 22nd, back in 1963. Memorials are planned around the country on that day. The biggest in Dallas, Texas, where President Kennedy was fatally shot that day 50 years ago. We're live tonight in Arlington, Virginia. I'm Kyle Schmoyer, Ebru News.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much for that report.